From an early age, Maya Shunker seemed destined for a career as a concert violinist. In her teens, Maya studied violin at Juilliard, even trained under famed musician Itzhak Perlman. Then one day, she felt a popping in her finger.
Sometimes we feel like we're destined for something. We have a gift. God gave us a gift. You actually had that gift in your hand.
Oh my gosh, it was everything. As a kid, but then when I was 15 and I had this injury that basically ended my dreams of becoming a concert violinist overnight, I realized, oh my gosh, this violin thing is my identity. Being forced to embrace that my identity had to be more malleable from the time that I was 15 has given me a kind of mindset that's helped me navigate the twists and turns that followed that episode.
As part of that new identity and inspired by her own experience, Maya went on to study cognitive behavior and served as chair of the White House Behavioral Science team. Today, 20 years after her own life pivoted, Maya is spotlighting the surprising ways change impacts others in her new podcast, A Slight Change of Plans.
By and large, my guests have been grateful that they've gone through a change, even when it's an unwanted change. And that's because it's taught them something really valuable about themselves that they could then use in their lifetimes.
One such conversation was with comedian and actress Tiffany Haddish, who grew up in the foster care system.
I could see glimpses of my mom pre-accident.
She had a profoundly traumatic childhood that was filled with startling amounts of unwanted change. And it was in navigating those changes that she realized that she had a superpower. And that power was to make people laugh. And so she ended up using this skill over and over again in the course of her life to get out of dangerous situations and help her get what she wanted. She now actually embraces change because she knows that she has this incredible gift that she can use at every turn.
Maya also found we as individuals are often inaccurate predicting how change will impact us.
When we experience a specific change in our lives, it can have spillover effects, right? It can influence other parts of our life in ways that we simply can't predict.
Like Elna Baker, a writer whose lifelong dream was to become thin.
And she did it. And for a while, she thought she was living her dream life. But then slowly, she started to realize that she was more self-conscious, she was more superficial, she wasn't as nice to people. And so that was an example of someone who willed what she thought would be a positive change. But it turned out to have all of these unintended consequences.
Maya's also spoken with folks dealing with adversity, like the cancer researcher who got sick himself.
When he's 32, he gets a stage 4 cancer diagnosis that leads him to have to amputate his leg. He's had multiple rounds of chemotherapy, and so his worst nightmare has come true. And what was so fascinating about that conversation, Hoda, is I'm talking to him probably 6 months into his treatment, and he's sitting in his back patio, and he's drinking a cup of coffee, and he goes, I actually feel more or less as happy as I did before the diagnosis, and I feel like I'm a better person as a result. We just never know all the ways in which a specific event might affect us on a personal level.
Okay, that makes me want to weep for like an hour. That's an incredible story.
You don't necessarily always end up happier after a change, but you will grow and you will learn new things about yourself.
Just thinking about something, when I was here, I was working at Dateline, and I got sick with breast cancer. And I remember a job opportunity came open at NBC while I was recovering. And it was for this new hour of Today, this 4th hour. And no one had put me in that category because I'd just done, hard news with Dateline. And I remember after cancer, I felt so unbelievably empowered. I felt like nothing could scare me. And I was like, I want that job. You can't scare me. And I ended up getting the job with the help of, obviously, other people who were rooting for me. But I was thinking if I didn't get sick, I wouldn't have had courage. But it really is an empowering moment. So, Maya, for people who are going through change right now and maybe on the front end, where they don't see the what comes later, what advice do you have for them?
What you realize as you go through your life is that you didn't actually know every part of yourself. And so when you go through a change, it can unlock these to date hidden parts of yourself that you actually really treasure or prize. I would just remind people that if they can have that kind of humility and also just an openness to themselves, like what they're capable of, hopefully they can feel more empowered and reassured in the face of change.
She's an amazing human being, and she had that dream, and now she's living a new dream. And she made that was like a conscious choice for her.
I mean,
and now look at her.
Yeah,
I mean,
I loved it when she said, you know, she knew that this dream, this talent that was God-given, it was hers.
Yes, it was hers.
Was taken away, and she had two choices.
Yeah. And that was it. And she just decided. I mean, imagine. But anyway, she's incredible. If you want to watch a slight or listen to a slight change of plans, it's starting today on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, or wherever you get your podcasts.
So we can all listen to that.
So many good conversations.
More of her. That was so great.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Find your favorite recipes, celebrity interviews, uplifting stories, shop our favorite deals, and so much more with the Today app. Download it now.